What if I told you that the power of massive AI data centers could soon fit right in your pocket? Imagine having an Einstein-level IQ device in your pocket. Sound like science fiction? It's not. Thanks to distilled AI models, artificial intelligence is about to become more compact, accessible, and integrated into our lives than ever before. In this video, we're going to explore distilled AI models. Simply put, these are streamlined, more efficient versions of larger, more complex AI models. I'm excited to share this with you in a way that's easy to understand, no matter your technical background. Think of it like this: a master craftsman teaching an apprentice. The master has years of experience and knowledge. The apprentice learns by observing and imitating the master, eventually gaining the essential skills without needing to know every single detail. That, in essence, is what distilled AI is all about. Distilled AI is a game changer because it democratizes access to artificial intelligence. It's not just about making AI smaller, it's about making it available to everyone, everywhere, on any device. By the end of the video, you'll have a solid understanding of what distilled AI models are, how they work, and why they're poised to revolutionize the world around us. Now, before we dive deeper into distilled AI, let's talk about why it's such a big deal. What's the issue with the current state of AI? Right now, state-of-the-art AI models like GPT-4 are massive. They're incredibly potent, but they're also incredibly expensive and require huge data centers to operate. This means that the most formidable AI has been largely limited to big tech companies with vast resources. It needs a supercomputer that only a select few companies can use. But what if we could change that? This situation is strikingly similar to the early days of computing, where only large corporations and governments had access to powerful mainframe computers. Then, the personal computer came along and changed everything. It put computing power directly into the hands of individuals. So, how can we achieve a similar revolution in AI? How can we make its power accessible to everyone? The answer lies in distilled AI models. Let's get to the heart of it. What exactly is a distilled AI model? As we mentioned, in the world of AI, we often have these massive models called teacher models. They're trained on enormous datasets, and they can perform incredibly complex tasks, from writing poetry to generating code. But they're also resource hungry, requiring immense amounts of computing power. Knowledge distillation is the ingenious process of creating a smaller, more streamlined student model. This student model is trained to mimic the behavior of the teacher model. It learns to produce similar outputs for a given input, effectively capturing the essence of the teacher's knowledge, but in a much more compact form. Remember our master craftsman and apprentice analogy? The teacher model is the master, and the student model is the apprentice. The apprentice doesn't need to learn every single thing the master knows, just the most important skills and techniques to get the job done. This is key. The student model learns to replicate the results without needing all of the underlying complexity. You can also think of it like this. A large AI model is like a powerful, specialized tool in a workshop. Let's say a specialized saw. It's great for specific tasks, but not always practical in everyday use. A distilled model, on the other hand, is like a versatile Swiss Army knife. It may not be as powerful for any single task, but it's incredibly useful for a wide range of everyday needs, and you can carry it with you anywhere. The result of this distillation process is a more compact, agile AI model that can run on everyday devices like your laptop or smartphone. Think about the possibilities for a moment. Imagine having a real-time language translator, a potent research assistant, or even a personalized tutor, all running directly on your phone without needing to connect to a massive data center. Here's the key takeaway. Distilled models retain much of the teacher model's capabilities, but in a smaller, more resource-efficient package. This is what makes them so revolutionary. The benefits are enormous. Distilled models are more efficient, meaning they use less energy and computational power. They're more accessible, meaning they can run on a wider range of devices. And they're more cost-effective, meaning they're cheaper to develop and deploy. For a small business owner, this could mean accessing cutting-edge AI tools without breaking the bank. For a startup founder, it could mean deploying innovative AI features on a limited budget. And for a corporate innovation director, it could mean implementing AI solutions across the company without massive infrastructure investments. So, we've established that distillation AI models are more compact, efficient versions of the larger models. But how does this shrinking process actually work? How do you transfer the knowledge of a master to an apprentice? Let's explore the mechanics of what's called knowledge distillation. As we touched upon earlier, the teacher model with its vast knowledge provides the skills to be transferred. The student model's goal is to replicate the teacher's output for a given input. It's not just about getting the right answer, it's about learning the teacher's underlying reasoning process, the why behind the answer. Now, there are a few different techniques for achieving this. One common method is called output distillation. Think of it like the teacher giving a multiple choice test, and the student learning not just the correct answer, but also how confident the teacher was in each option. The student model tries to match the probability scores the teacher model assigns to different outputs. Another technique is feature-based distillation. Here the student tries to mimic the intermediate representations or features that the teacher model creates internally. This is a bit more abstract, but you can imagine it as the student learning the teacher's thought process, the way they break down a complex problem into smaller parts. And then there's relational distillation. This is where the student model learns to mimic the relationships between different data points that the teacher model has learned. It's like the student understanding not just the individual facts, but how those facts connect to form a bigger picture. So, why is this so exciting? What are the real-world benefits of using these smaller distilled AI models? Let's break down the advantages. First up, efficiency. Because distilled models are more compact, they have significantly reduced computational requirements. This means they consume less energy, which is good for your wallet. Second, accessibility. This is where things get really interesting. Distilled models can be deployed on devices with limited resources, like smartphones, tablets, or even IoT, Internet of Things devices. This opens up a whole new world of possibilities for embedded AI, personalized AI assistants, and offline functionality. Just imagine having a potent AI assistant that's always with you, even when you don't have a stable internet connection. Your phone could instantly answer any question you have, even without an internet connection. Doctors could have AI assistants on their devices that help diagnose illnesses based on a patient's unique medical history and symptoms. Smart home devices could anticipate your needs and learn your preferences, all without sending your personal data to the cloud. Third, cost effectiveness. This is a big one. Open source distilled models are significantly cheaper to develop and deploy compared to their large counterparts. This lower cost makes AI more accessible to smaller companies, researchers, and even individual developers, fostering innovation and competition. It levels the playing field, allowing smaller players to compete with tech giants. And crucially, there's data privacy and security. This is a game changer, because these models can run locally on your device. Your data doesn't have to be sent to a remote server. This means greater privacy and control over your personal information. Your sensitive data, whether it's personal health information or confidential business data, stays with you and doesn't go to a big company to mine your data for their purposes. So, not only are distilled models potent and efficient, but they also offer a more secure and private way to use AI. Now, all these benefits might make distilled AI sound almost too good to be true. And while it's a revolutionary technology, it's important to acknowledge that, like anything else, it does have some limitations. Let's take a balanced perspective. First, while the distillation process aims to transfer knowledge effectively, it's not always perfect. Some nuances or complex reasoning abilities of the teacher model might be lost in the process. It's like a photocopy of a photocopy. Some details inevitably get lost. Second, the quality of the distilled model is inherently tied to the quality of its teacher. If the teacher model has bias or limitations, these can potentially be transferred to the student. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. And while they can be impressively accurate, distilled models might not always match the peak accuracy of their larger counterparts, especially on highly complex or specialized tasks. They can also be more susceptible to what's called hallucinations, basically generating confident but incorrect responses. Despite these limitations, the potential of distilled AI is undeniable, and we're already seeing a number of real-world examples of this technology in action. One of those is a model called DeepSeek R1. It's a new open source model with pre-made distilled options. But it's just one example. There are many others, and we'll discuss those in a future video. Models like DeepSeek R1 are making waves in the AI world. They achieve results comparable to much larger, more expensive models. What this shows is that high-performing AI can be achieved using distilled models. What's also significant is that many of these distilled models are open source. This means that their code is publicly available, allowing researchers and developers worldwide to study it, improve upon it, and use it for their own projects. This transparency and collaboration are vital for the development and advancement of AI, and it makes it harder for big tech to maintain a monopoly on the best AI technology. These distilled models are proof that the future of AI is not just about bigger models, but about smarter, more efficient models accessible to everyone. But what does this mean for you, for society, and for the future of AI? Let's paint a picture of this future. Imagine a world where every single person on the planet has access to a super intelligent AI assistant right in their pocket, on their phone, on every device they own. We're not just talking about basic voice assistants like Siri or Alexa. We're talking about AI with an Einstein-level IQ, capable of answering complex questions, solving problems, and providing personalized support in every area of your life. This level of access to AI, combined with the privacy of on-device processing, has the potential to be more transformative than the internet itself. We're talking about a future where AI is seamlessly integrated into our lives, helping us learn, work, and create in ways we can only begin to imagine. This could revolutionize education, healthcare, scientific research, and every other field you can imagine. Imagine a world where every hospital room has an AI specifically trained to monitor vitals and look for anomalies, all done locally with no data being sent to the cloud. Or a small business with a customer service AI that runs entirely on their own local network, without compromising customer data. So where does all this leave us? Simply put, distilled AI models will make artificial general intelligence accessible to everyone. They're more compact, they're faster, they're more efficient, and importantly, they can run locally, keeping your data private and secure. Get ready for a world where powerful, personalized AI is everywhere, and the possibilities are limitless. What are you most excited about when it comes to distilled AI? Let us know in the comments. Want to unlock the power of AI? Our free newsletter gives you the tips, trends, AI news, and tools you need to succeed. Sign up with the link in the description below. Your journey doesn't stop here. Watch our next video right here and keep building your knowledge.